Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're back. I'm back actually. Let me say I'm back. So a week ago, alhamdulillah, I don't know what day it was, but I made a post saying that next video topic suggestions, and I believe it was a couple things. Let me double check. So I had 4 topics in there. It said things you should know before becoming hafid, dark side of becoming hafid, Quran competition goals, and what's next after memorizing. So far, 4 people voted, and I think 2 people voted for things you should know before becoming hafid, and 1 person voted for dark side of being hafid, and the other person Quran competition goals. I'll do my best to cover 2 topics today, and then maybe make another video for the next 2 topics. So for the topic of today will be things you should know before becoming hafid. Okay, for this topic, first of all, I didn't organize anything or prepare any some sort of notes or anything. So all I'm about to explode is going to be just, raw, honest feedback from my own journey. So things you should know before becoming hafid. First thing first, if you like the intentions, before you become hafid or before you start your own journey, know the end goal. Okay, what does that mean? That means know who you're doing and why you're doing and how you're doing it, so that at the end like the whole process of you becoming hafid was coming down from that one vision of like why you doing it, who you doing for it, and how you doing it. What I mean by this is, for example, when I was starting my hifz journey, I did it. First of all, I really wanted, like, so bad. I still to this day, I remember like the night that I really cried for asking Allah, to really make me hafid. I literally believe, wallahi, it's just, to this day is in my head. I was driving, on this road, and then there was this clip of the Sheikh Ayman al-Suwaid. He was talking about a story about one of the Qurra, Khala Hamza al-Zayyat. He had a dream of, about the Quran. And the Sheikh was crying in the video when he was telling the story. And I cried. Wallahi, to this day I remember I cried, and I asked Allah, oh Allah, please make me hafid. I really want it so bad. And yeah, wallahi. So it was the intention of just me being hafid and for doing it for the sake of Allah. And the reason why I say this first and first, correct your intention, is because within the journey, you're going to face a lot of challenges. And every time you face a challenge, the shaitan or the nafs, which is the 2 biggest enemies, they will tell you a lot of things, They'll tell you you're not good enough. Oh, you're doing it for that person. Oh, you're doing it so that people can tell you you're hafid. Oh, you're doing it for blah, 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 and all that stuff. But if you have the right intention or the right niyyah, every time something happens to you, let's say you fall behind your muraja'ah, you fall behind your hifz schedule and all that stuff, you like every time you fall back, the niyyah or the intention will help you to come back to where you started, because you knew you were doing it for the sake of Allah. You were not doing it to impress nobody or to get like any of sort of title. So first thing first will be correct your intentions. Second, I will say make your goal to be the best at reciting Quran. Again, I will say that. Make your goal to be the best at reciting the Quran. So make the goal of the whole hifz journey, while you memorize it, make the goal to be as good as mujawwad, يعني someone who's very, very good at reciting the harf or the alphabetic of the Quran, the alphabetic of the Arabic. Why am I saying this? Let me explain this. When I started my journey with the Shaykh, we joined with a lot of students. And subhanAllah, everyone had intention, everyone had a goal. Maybe most of us, we had the same goal. But the only people that remained were the people whose intentions were like to make their tongue correctly pronounce the Quran or the word of Allah. What I mean by that is, the goal was to become very good at tajweed. The goal was to become like very almost perfectly reciting every word of the Quran. The goal was to really memorize the mutun or the tajweed books. When I had that, alhamdulillah, with the will of Allah, I had the intention before I even started. My intention was like become so good with the Quran, with the tajweed. And when I had the intention, subhanAllah, as I told you before, the shaitan or the nafs gives you a lot of challenges. The nafs will tell me, I remember one thing that I struggled with was my voice. So the shaitan will come to me and be like, oh, you're not even good. Look at you, man. Your voice is not even that good. You're just literally wasting your time. All that kind of waswas shaitan. So, but my intention was like literally to become so good in tajweed. And alhamdulillah, you know, this is mu'jiza. When I literally became so good at tajweed, Allah gave me the rest of it. Like the rest of the things that I really worried about. Like my hifz becoming better, my voice becoming better. Because a lot of people focus on the hifz and the voice. Oh, I want my hifz to be good. I never want to like miss any ayah in front of anybody. I want my voice to be so good when I'm leading the salah, when I'm doing all that stuff. So while they're doing that, they miss the whole point, which is like to really be so good at tajweed. So that's the first. The first thing is correct your niyyah. Second thing is have the goal to become so good at the tajweed of the Quran, and the rest will follow. The third will be okay. I have two things. Let me say, okay. So the third would be determination. Yes, you have to be determined. This is something that nobody told me. This is something that I discovered, and alhamdulillah gave it to me. Prior to like being with my own journey with the Quran, I remember I started reciting Quran, 10 pages of Quran every day for I think like for 2 years. I did not miss it. Imagine 2 years of reading Quran every day, 10 pages, not missing it. So that means I was finishing the Quran every 2 months. Before I started my hifz, 2 years. Alhamdulillah, that determination transferred with me when I started with my hifz. So now doing the muraja'ah, doing the revision was easy, super easy. I think I remember Sheikh Jamal Nasr. I don't know if you guys know this Sheikh from UK. His name is Jamal Nasr. Very mashallah, very qari. He had a post on his Instagram. I don't know what he said, but he said, you have to tell the Quran that you're determined. Because the Quran doesn't come to you. The Quran only stays with the people that are really determined. So determination will be the third one. The last one will be the last one, which I'm really struggling with right now, is being truthful to the Quran. You know, you have to be, and I'm really getting emotional right now, bro. Really, bro, this is very sad topic. This is very sad one. Staying truth or staying honest with the Quran is like one of the toughest things, bro. Because now you memorize the Quran. But before you even memorize the Quran, imagine you just did it so that you know everything. Like let's say you're so good at tajweed, your voice is good, your hifz is good, but you're not really staying true to the Quran, Like literally you're revising. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم قل للمؤمنين يغضوا من أبصارهم ويحفظوا فروجهم ذلك أزكى لهم إن الله خبير بما يصنعون. Like you literally citing those ayahs, like Allah is, talking to the Prophet ﷺ, telling, who you Muhammad, tell to the people, especially the man, to lower their gaze, and literally you're not lowering your gaze. So this is something that I'm really struggling with. But for you guys, for the beginners, have the intention of, inshallah, once I become hafid, I want to stay true to the Quran, apply it to my best. So that will be the first one, the first topic. I hope I did good with the things you should know before becoming hafid. I'm going to wrap it up. First, correct your intention, your niyyah. Second, make the goal to become so good at the tajweed. Third, you have to be determined. Like you have to know it's either do or die. It's either I'm going to become hafid and do muraja'ah, revision every day for the rest of my life, or I'm going to die. The last one is like staying truth to the Quran, which is like applying to your best every day. So yeah, this is the things I should know before starting my hifz journey. So I hope you're taking notes, bro. And I don't want to make the Quran journey very sad or very, very emotional journey. I promise you, bro, being hafid is like the best title you could ever have in this life. Like, I'm gonna leave with you guys. Assalamu alaikum.